Hey everybody, I haven't really thought out exactly what I'm going to say outside of some draft recap stuff. So again, like last year, we're just going to wing it and see what happens. I do have some comments on the draft before I get into this week's matchup. But first, hey, welcome back. I know everyone's excited. I'm excited. And I just love the league. I'm grateful that you guys do it. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to go best draft kind of by position. So for quarterbacks, I guess I have to pick Drew Wagner since you literally drafted every quarterback. Interesting strategy. See how it works out. Very intrigued by how long you're going to hold on to all those people. So we'll see. Let's get to the positions that really matter, though. Running backs and wide receivers. Those are the only ones I'm really going to talk about. So let's go running backs first. I kind of looked through and ranked from 1 through 4 of who I thought had the best running back squad. So number 4 is Nick with Barkley and Miller. Barkley could be great, could be the best. Miller, I just feel like he's always right on the cusp, but we'll see. You got the number 4 spot. Number 3 goes to John Davis with Kareem Hunt and Devontae Freeman. Freeman did not look good, and he shared a lot in that first game, but I think as of right now, you look like you'd have the third best combo in the league. Number 2 goes to Ben Black with Gurley and Howard. I think that's a really good combo. I think Howard people are saying, is going to have a better year than normal, so that's exciting. And best is to myself with David Johnson. Supposedly looks great back from injury. And then Christian McCaffrey as my number 2. I think as now the lead back could be the best number 2 back on anyone's roster. So I give myself the nod. Yeah. On the number 1 spot for running backs. Wide receivers. This was a lot harder because I felt like almost every team had wide receivers that I liked. But I gave the number 4 spot to Drew with A.J. Green, Evans, and Fitzgerald. Number 4 because Fitz could be old, Greens can be a no-show, and what the heck's going on with Winston? So that's why you got the number 4. Number 3 goes to Aaron with Devontae Adams and Allen Robinson. I think Robinson will do better than he ever did in Jacksonville. Number 2 goes to Tyler with I would say it's right up there. Could be the best 2 combo with Antonio Brown and Hopkins. I mean, I have nothing else to say. They're awesome. The only reason I give the number 1 slot to Ben Baker is because his are really close with Jones and Beckham, but then he adds T.Y. Hilton on top of that, and Tyler, you don't have the third to match him. So those are my rankings for wide receiver. Who cares about defense, kicker, tight end, not paying attention to him? But then I'm going to go ahead and give my nod to who I think drafted the best. And I hate it because I feel like I say it all the time, but I'm going to give it to Nick. I just think that you had the number 4 spot for running backs, and I had you as number 5 on my ranking for wide receivers. So I think you have a pretty solid team, which is what I see from you often. And then I am going to give it to my nemesis for some reason. I don't know why you are, but you are my nemesis, Ben Baker. You gave the number 2. My only question mark on you is your running backs. They're kind of older, unproven, but look what Ajayi did in week 1. We'll see how that continues as the season goes on. Besides that, let's get into this week's matchups. Our first one are against the Black Brothers, Andy versus Ben. And just kind of scrolling over, I don't think Roethlisberger is going to have a good game. I think it's also going to rain a ton, which will hurt him even more. So we'll see how many points you actually get from him. And going down through, I just think Gurley is going to be a home run, but Ben, I'm really worried about Sush as well for the same reason with Big Ben, so that could be a wash. I'm going to go ahead and give the nod here to Andy. The reason is I think that Collins will have a good day in Buffalo because their defense sucks, so he'll match whatever you get from your running game, and your wide receivers are more solid. Moving on. Next is Next Man Up, which is Jim versus Heiser. Heiser, that sucks that Bell is like just playing hide and seek, whatever they want to say. Who knows what's going on with the Steelers? Oh, when they lose, it's going to be really fun. And I'm going to go ahead and give this toss-up to Jim, because you are playing the first-round thing, first-round RB, and I think Thielen's going to have a really just great start from the beginning, and I'm excited to see what you get out of Jamal Williams there in Green Bay. So you're going to get the nod, Heiser. You need some help because of Bell. Next is Ben Baker versus Chris Spring. And on this one, didn't get that great of a showing from Matt Ryan, which I think maybe some of us expected because I think his offense coordinator stinks. Jump on that bandwagon. But I also think Matt Ryan stinks. I think he is the Joe Flacco of the NFC. Not that good, not that productive. Could win one year. I'm going to go ahead and give the nod here to Ben Baker, and I mean, it's kind of obvious he already has 45 points. He had 2 home runs with the players he had so far. He hasn't even had Beckham go, Hilton go, the Jaguars defense go, or Aaron Rodgers. So he's going to win. Sorry, Chris It is hard to be the former champion. Whoops. Next goes to John and Tyler. I'm interested to hear the quarterback play. Is Goff going to be able to have 2 good years in a row? Is Andrew Luck finally healthy? Should be interesting. Freeman already went here and stunk. I don't think Landry's going to catch a lot of balls in the game this week, so I don't think there's going to be a lot of passing in this downpour that's supposed to happen in Cleveland. So I'm going to give the nod to Tyler, because if someone does catch a pass in that game, it'll be Antonio Brown, and it'll be for a lot of yards, probably at the end of the game. That would be the reason that we'd lose, even though I do think we're going to win. So I'm going to give the nod to Tyler on this one, because I think there won't be a lot of offense played either. I think he's going to get a good score from the Browns D. Next is my game, me versus Aaron, and I'm going to go ahead and give the nod to myself here. Even though you had a pretty good showing from your kicker, I do like what I think I'm going to get out of both my running backs, and I just think I have some solid receivers. And I don't like Cam Newton. I have no clue if Royce Freeman's going to be any good, and I think Allen Hurns might disappear in Dallas, but who knows? We'll see. And our last game is Nick versus the team quarterback, and I said Nick's my favorite team. I'm going to pick him. Reason is I think not only does he have those great running backs and some pretty solid wide receivers, I'm pretty excited about Tyreek Hill. I want him on my team. Jones-Drew seems to be a PPR guy, so that's great. But he's adding Drew Brees on top of that. And I do like Drew's team for the most part. He's got some solid players, but if a single one of them ever get hurt, he has no one to put in for them. Unless you can have quarterbacks play multiple positions. But I don't think you can. And most likely A.J. Green will get hurt, and Alfred Morris will suck. And Larry Fitzgerald is old, so who knows if he's good anymore. But that's all I have to say. Those are my winners for this week. Welcome back. This video is 7 minutes long, but I'm trying to keep all the rest of them, because I don't have draft recaps underneath 5 minutes. That's it. I'll see you guys on the field.